Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Door Shutter coming back to you with episode 13 of Direwolf20's 1.16 pack. And there was an update to the pack 1.3. And, well, it broke some things. I'm going to have to figure this out because if I unpause here, things are going to happen. And not very good things. Because as you can see, there are creatures from the Undergarden in this dimension, which this is supposed to be the Void dimension. As you can see over here, you can see Smogstem Forest, you can see the creatures, and we got some other creature here that's trying to kill me. I'm going to try to run away here. For some reason, I can't run. We've got a lot of them. What in the world? Okay, we're going to hop in here. Okay. Oh, okay. So there's an issue. They've updated the Undergarden mod, and I did check this. So the portals now transfer in a different position. So I'm going to have to relink my portal somehow. I'll have to figure that out. But for now, we're going to just leave that be. I have to get back in the Void dimension and see if I can actually use it, because if I can't, then I don't know what to do. I might have to contact somebody. I also had to uninstall Optifine because it just wasn't working. Okay, so the Void dimension is broken, and that's not good. I don't want to do this, but I might have to uninstall the Undergarden, which might break some more things. Alright, be right back. Okay, so quickly, I hopped over into the mining dimension to check something, and it is overwritten here as well. So it seems like the just another dimension mods is broken. Let's go into the Nether and see if this is broken as well. If this is broken, no, okay. So it seems like the Undergarden has done some very bad things to the actual mod pack. And how I'm going to fix this is I'm going to revert the world to a backup and force it to be the older version of the Undergarden. I believe for some reason they updated it to a beta version. And as you can see, it doesn't work correctly. So let me revert the pack, try to get this to work, and we'll continue with this episode. Alright, we're back. So I had to just go back to the original version. The problem with 1.3 and 1.3.1, because when I was trying to fix the issue, they actually released a hotfix for the rats mod. I can't do it because Optifine doesn't work on 1.3, and that's mostly the only reason. I can switch the Undergarden mod and 1.3 would work, but with Optifine it just wouldn't let me load into the world. So we are currently on an older version, but yeah, that's how it's going to be. Hopefully 1.4 or 1.3.2 or whatever comes out, and maybe I can switch. I could probably spend a little bit more time trying to figure it out, but for now I'm not going to bother with it. Okay. So, I did some things off camera. I was actually trying to mess around and try to figure out how to just refine storage, auto-craft these things, or with these things. And so what I came through is using some logistical sorters, which are Mekanism's way of using their logistical transporters. What you can do is you can put this on a chest, connect it to a crafter with a pattern in it. This pattern then grabs the items, puts them in this chest. One will go into the one side of this, which I believe is this side, so yellow, which yellow is this slot here, red is this slot, and then blue is this top slot, which is the exporter. So you've got iron coming in this side, coal coming in this side, and that is enriched iron, as you can see here. And then it's the exact same thing here with the pattern of steel grit, which just has coal and the enriched iron. This is the simplest I could do it. I probably could have used refined pipes, but I was kind of curious what these would do. And these actually they work pretty well. So I can show you guys here if I can click on it. So if I go steel, I have 99 in here right now, and I'm auto crafting some of this because I need it for what I'm going to do this episode. But as you can hear it, there's a lot of noise going on. It's just pumping it in here, and it's getting that steel going. Since there's no steel grit or anything in the actual inventory, there is 100% going to be a lot of crafting with those, and then this one will kick on sooner or later. There you go, enriched iron. And then it'll come over here in a second. There you go, steel grit. And then that produces steel. So, not too complicated. I was just kind of messing around with with Mekanism as a whole here. And, well, it worked pretty well. So, we're going to keep this just using it for steel. I actually made a... let me sneak past this. I made a little way here just so I could walk back here quickly. I also made a blast furnace, or crude blast furnace, I think is what it's called from IE, or Immersive Engineering. And it's not that fast. So I'm getting like 9 steel per, and I'm only using charcoal. But in reality, this isn't that fast. There's no real point in me having this, just because of how slow it is compared to actually just doing the steel grit method. So there's no real point in me keeping this. Maybe later I can figure out more uses for the blast furnace, but I most likely will get the improved blast furnace or the advanced one rather than that. So, but if you do want to craft this, all you need is 27, and the recipe is just this, which gives you 3, and then you keep doing it until you get 27, and then it's just one solid brick. Hit it with an immersive engineering hammer, and you're good to go. So what I'm going to do real quick is show you guys what I've been doing off camera. So I don't know where they actually are. Are they in here? I think they might be in here. Okay, there's one of them. Where's the other one? Seems I'm missing some things. Did I put them in a chest over here? I did not. Oh, they're right here. So I put these down, apparently. These are what I've been doing with the digital miner. So I got curious and decided, you know what, I'm curious what the digital miner will do inside of the Undergarden. And of course, it pulls all the ores and the Undergarden. So I've got some Regalium, some Eutherium, Frost Steel, Clogrium, of course the diamonds, the iron, and the gold, which can actually be smelted to make ingots. So there's plenty of iron here, and what I plan on doing is 5 timesing the ore to get 1 ingot, which we'll do soon, maybe this episode. I'm going to be crafting a lot off camera and then explaining it after I get everything crafted. But we have a chest full of this. And of course, granite is really good to get if you don't want to mine quartz all the time. Where is it? Pulverizer. You get 2 nether quartz dust plus cobblestone, each granite smelt, or each granite pulverized. So getting granite allows me to get nether quartz for free. And then of course, I believe if you do pulverizer, click on this. If you put this in a, what is it called? I'm not seeing it here. Enrichment chamber here. You can make quartz. So there's pretty good reasons to get granite. Of course, you get a whole bunch of other ores. This chest is also full, so be cruising on that. I've also moved the whole blaze powder and stuff here over in here for right now, just because it wasn't really, it was just kind of in the way. So moving it up here allows me to have a little bit more space, and I could probably do some ore doubling or something down here. So with that, I'll be back crafting up some Mekanism stuff, and I'll explain it and show you guys recipes and all that when I'm done. So yeah, see you guys in a second. Alrighty, so I got some of the items that I need to do the 5 times or doubling thing. Well, or 5 timesing, whatever. And this isn't all of it. Some of it is just extra stuff that I need for later. But we have some things placed down because I'm trying to figure out a little bit of configuration. So I set up the charcoal production here. Let me come down here real quick. So down here is just a redstone furnace constantly running until, something gets backed up. It's not being pushed into the system just because I don't want my system to be filled up with that. But we do have wood being piped in from the tree farm at our original base. So that's how we're getting charcoal here. If I go up here, yeah. I've also made a 3rd floor just in case I need it for this. I've added a lot of auto crafting, but we'll get to that later because the more important part is this. So what we're doing here is going to be able to pretty much craft all the things we need for doing this. So we have charcoal here, and if I press U on this and then go over a few tabs, I believe, yeah, right here. So we need oxygen, water, and charcoal to make sulfur. And this will be just a passive way to make sulfur. My first thing is actually trying to figure out how to do this. Let's see. So I believe facing front, gases, maybe. Let's see. You should be facing the front, right? Okay, so gases. And that should be cyan. There we go. Okay. So oxygen's being pushed into this. And then in the back here, let's grab the cables right there. We should be able to push in water. And through the top here, we're just going to use some basic item cables. We're going to pop out the cyclic wrench here. Okay. And that will allow for me to start making sulfur. So we're going to actually grab a few drawers here. Actually, we don't really need sulfur dust too much. So we might not need that. But we're also producing more hydrogen, which is going to be fun to mess with in a second here. So let's see. So we now need to work on sulfur trioxide, which is sulfur dioxide plus oxygen. That's what we got the sulfur for. Okay, so we press use on this, and then use, and then chemical oxidizer. This gives us sulfur dioxide. Okay, so we have a chemical or chemical whatever. Let's see, where is it? Chemical oxidizer. There we go. Okay. We need this for actually doing this stuff and things. So we need, what do we actually need put in this? So it is just 1-to-1, right? So we should just be able to go into this machine, do auto eject to the right. Okay. So we're going to do red here. And we need to power the machine, of course. Okay. So this is making sulfur dioxide. Okay. So sulfur dioxide then needs to become sulfur trioxide, which is a combination of oxygen and that. So we need more oxygen. And the way to solve getting more oxygen, so we don't have to just run pipes everywhere, because I'm not 100% sure how to run pipes. I don't think fluid pipes actually work. We need pressurized pipes, and I'm pretty sure they're not in this pack. So Mekanism, we need... oh, hold on. I think I might have another one, right? Or electrolyzer thingy bobber. Electrolytic separator here. We should just be able to pipe water into this and run power to it. Okay. And running power to this will start doing sulfur and hydrogen. We might need to make another tank here. But we'll see in a second. So oxygen needs to be piped in the front, right? No. No, hold on. Let me think. So this needs to be actually right here, and then the sulfur dioxide is put into a chemical infuser. The chemical infuser is what we need. So this here, this, and then we'll run power cables to these two machines. If my game will break the block here. Okay. Those two machines are now powered. We have sulfur dioxide coming into the left, and the back, I believe, needs to be oxygen. So let's see. So gases. Let me think. So I think it's this, and then turn this one brown, right? And then, of course, our hiccup is hydrogen. So I'm not 100% sure how to mess with hydrogen because it's not a fluid. So let's try doing this. So gases, gases, blue. Okay. Let's try doing a fluid pipe here. Okay. And then let's try running it to this thingamadoohickey, which we will run that. We also don't need auto eject on. And I'm pretty sure, let's make sure this thing is turned off. I'm pretty sure we need the power on for this, right? Like, I don't know how that works, but we should be able to just place cables now. And the cable is not connecting. Slurries, pigments. We're just gonna try it and see what happens. Nothing. Dumping. Yikes. Okay, so we might need... Yeah, I'm like not sure why, but it seems like Mekanism removed their pressurized pipes, so I have no honest idea how to mess with this now. So we're kind of at a loss, pretty much. So, like, this isn't gonna force connect, right? No. Alrighty. Unless I could, like, pipe it into the top? No. Okay. So we'll just make another one, and we'll pipe it out the back real quick. I was hoping I could run cables or something, but no, apparently not. So let's quickly make some tanks. Or no. Oh, what is it? Chemical? I think it's called chemical tanks, right? So these, let's make a few of them. And then let's upgrade all of these to higher tiers. Honestly, it's fine. For right now, let's just do basic. We'll figure it out later. Okay, throw it on the back here. And then to the right, it'll be this. Well, the other ones just be turned off. And then gases, we'll need blue. And then the front will be that color, right? And then we turn on auto eject. No? Oh, I don't understand these machines. They're so much more confusing than they need to be, honestly. Let's see. So... Well, that's the input slot. How did I do this one? It seems... Right, we need the... No, we need the... that slot. There we go. Okay, so this is now pumping into there. Okay, we're good. Man, this is really confusing. So we've got things producing. We've got this. We're just going to dump this tank. And then we're going to keep that tank. So what we need to do now is with this fluid, this sulfur trioxide, we can now proceed to make sulfuric acid. But we need water vapor. Water vapor is in the rotary condensator thing, which we can quickly grab if I can find it here. Rotary condensator. I'm pretty sure the rotary condensator can just be placed here, hopefully. And then we should be able to pipe a fluid into the side here. And then, if this will work like I hope it will, fluids. I can't tell which is the front. I hope that side I was just looking at was the front, right? Okay, so that's the front. So why are you not outputting or inputting? What does this one take? Okay, so oxygen. Ah, there we go. Okay. So that makes water vapor if we power it here. And then I'm going to pull out the configurator, which if you just shift, it'll turn off. Okay. So now we are getting water vapor. And this water vapor should be a liquid, hopefully. But we're going to take the water vapor and the stuff to make sulfuric acid, which the sulfuric acid needs a chemical infuser, right? No. Chemical infuser, yeah, maybe. Hold on, let me read this paper here because I have it wrote down, but... Okay, so it is a chemical infuser here. My mic's all jank here. Okay, so chemical infuser, which is one of these bad boys. And the chemical infuser should, should be able to connect. Let's actually turn on the input on the top here. So it should take gases. Turn that off for a second. Input. I think this should be yellow or brown, whatever color that is. Okay, and then gases. This should be that. Man, I don't like this mod sometimes. Let's see. Let's throw a tank here then. And then, okay, that works. Can I pull from the tank from the bottom? Okay, I can do that at least. So then what we'll do is we'll do gases on the right. And then the main input will be blue, I believe, with auto eject on, which is sulfur trioxide. And then of course we need power. Okay, so this should be cruising to get sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid is where we kind of make things a little easier here. So sulfuric acid will go into a dissolution chamber, which honestly the dissolution chamber is not cheap, by the way. this is where it gets expensive to do this. So if I press R on this, you can see it is ultimate control circuits, which ultimate are atomic alloys, elite control circuits, atomic alloys, or reinforced alloys, and enriched obsidians, more diamonds and more obsidian. It just gets expensive. Of course, you also have the refined obsidian ingots, which is more obsidian and more diamonds. Let alone this thing, which is more reinforced alloys and all this stuff. So it's pretty crazy, but I made one. So chemical dissolution chamber here. And this is where we're going to put our ores, pretty much. So it will accept gases on the right side. So gas. Okay. Every sulfuric acid drop is going into this. So what this means is we can Okay, so we need to put in items. So the items I would like to come into the front of the machine here. So I'm probably going to grab like a chest of some sort. Let's make a better chest here. Okay. And I think all we need to do is just put this one block away. And then we can take a logistical sorter here. And just do auto. I don't know if that'll work. Here, let's see. Send single items. And let's go see if this works. We don't have any ores or anything in here. So if we throw in an iron ore here, we have one in the system for some reason. I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be saving it, but we're going to try this. Okay. So this gets thrown into the system. And if we have power over here, which now we do, perfect, it will turn into an iron slurry. A dirty iron slurry, mind you. Okay? So this dirty iron slurry can then be turned into the clean iron slurry with water in the chemical washer. Chemical washer is actually expensive as well, so be warned on that one. I wish they had the focus thing on. So let's see. So chemical washer right here. So with the chemical washer, seems like it auto-inputted, which is nice. And let's provide power. We also need water, which we're actually going to put another sink down. We made a few of them, so I didn't have to just keep running cables. So I can just probably place this behind it. And then, well, no. Let's just do this. Do a fluid cable here. Auto input. And then, there we go. And this will clean the iron slurry, right? So the iron slurry then needs to be put into a chemical crystallizer, which is, again, expensive. So be warned on that. These are kind of the blocks that make everything happen. So it's kind of like you're kind of being cheap on the other end, but in the middle it gets more expensive. And so you just got to expect that. And of course, we're just going to start laying our pipes down, or these power pipes before. And it is now currently crystallizing the ore. So as you can see here, when it's done, we have crystals. And you can see it's just gaining more and more buckets. And each iteration is 200, so this is how you 5 times the ore. Okay, so then we need to make a, let me check here. This is where it gets difficult, even a little bit more. Okay, so what you can do with these then is you put them in hydrogen chloride to make shards, okay? And to make this, of course, you need a chemical infuser with hydrogen and chlorine. Of course, hydrogen comes from the one thing, over yonder in the Chattahoochee over here, this thing, the electrolytic separator. And that means we need to do that again. So with this, it becomes a little bit more convoluted because there are several ways to do this. Hydrogen chloride could be made with chlorine and hydrogen, or it could be made with salt, and that makes hydrogen chloride. Okay. Of course, it makes 2 megabuckets, while this makes 1 per 1 kind of ratio. So what you can do is you can put brine, gaseous brine, into a chemical crystallizer, and gaseous brine is from the brine, and this will allow for easier salt production because salt is not something you can come by. And the reason I'm doing it this way is because you need salt in the first place. You need brine to actually make chlorine. As you can see here, sodium, chlorine, and, well, yeah, it just kind of makes sense to just make brine. So I don't know which route we're going to go for. I'm pretty sure we can just go for, the hydrogen chloride, but the chlorine is just going to take a little bit of time. So, of course, how do you make brine, right? Brine is an interesting thing because, well, you need salt. You need salt to make brine, right? And that's fun to make, right? So, let's see. So, if I go here, because I actually forgot these pieces in here. So, at mech and then thermal, I built this. This little contraption thingy here that we need to make. And this is kind of why I built the platform, is so I could build it above the machinery. Because I'm not 100% sure on how to make this yet. So let me pull up the guide real quick. Alrighty, so I have the guide pulled up here. So it's a 4x4 of these thermal evaporative blocks here. Okay. And then I believe it's just a ring on this section. Oop. And it is 33 blocks, by the way. The wiki does tell you how many blocks you need. So the way we want to face this would probably be just default. So let's do this. Thermal evaporation valve, and then this, and this. Looks like I have 2 more than needed. So, and then you can do this, not that. Let me get back out of here. And this. And you now have a working, proper thermal evaporation chamber thingy-mabobber. And what you can do with this, of course, is you can turn water into brine. Of course, you need more heat. I'm not 100% sure how to get more heat, but yeah. Let me figure some stuff out real quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I figured out some things. You can actually build this as high, or there's like a certain height limit to it, but you can build it to a decent height and actually make it hold more water and produce more at the end of the day. So we can try that. So let's see here. So I've configured it to where this is more down, but this is holding 1 million buckets of water. So this should produce, however much brine. So if we hop down here, as you can see, the sink is connected. We're going. And let's hop downstairs here. So what'll happen is now we have access to this pressurized valve, which we then can use wherever we need it, okay? So brine is converted, controller, water. So we need an electrolytic separator for brine, which equals sodium and chlorine. So is it that one? No, it's the electrolytic separator here. And for now, no, actually, well, we'll place it down here. That's fine. Okay, so we'll put this pipe here. And we're going to give it a good old smack. Okay. And what this will do is this will help get us some sodium and chlorine. So let's do... let's see. So it should be top for... Oh, what are we doing? Hold on. Let me think. Okay, so electrolytic separator. We just need fluids on the top. Right? Unless I can't do this on the bottom of that machine. Let me try something real quick. Alrighty, so I had to go and make some universal pipes, or the mechanical pipes, whatever they're called, mechanical pipes, because for some reason Cyclex just doesn't interact properly. Like it can input, this is inputting properly, but it's not exporting properly. So we're gonna have to use this, and then I'm gonna just switch over to Cyclic because I have plenty of Cyclic pipes on me. So let's grab this, put that away, grab this. We should just be able to smack it. Let me go downstairs. Yeet. We're getting there. It's just taking a bit here. So, okay, I actually did hit it. So now we just need to connect this to this machine here. And try to configure the top. Let's actually do it to where it's actually exporting. Okay, I don't know what's happening. Maybe I'll just use all mechanical or whatever they're called pipes, the fluid pipes for Mekanism for this for right now, since Cyclex doesn't seem to work too well with everything else. So it should be this one. I do like how much bigger they are compared to everything else though. So let's grab a configure tool here. Fluids. Shift. There we go. And then we'll just do that as in push. And there we go. So now we're separating two of the necessary things to make the hydrogen, whatever, chlorine stuff. This hydrogen chloride. So now we need water vapor, which back here, it is a pressurized reaction chamber. No, where is it? Which machine did I do that with? This one? Rotary condensator? So we already have one of those. I might have only made one. I made one. So let me go try to figure out how to make the other one here. Let's see. So let me double check. Yes, I don't have more than one. So we need another rotary compensator, I think. Rotary. There we go. I see it right here. So it's not too expensive. Bad thing is I'm out of gold. This is why I'm really trying to push for this. Do I got any gold in one of these chests? I'm only going to do 16, which should mean 32. We'll have to definitely get more gold and stuff soon. So let me be right back. Let me get that smelted up, and we'll continue crafting. Alrighty, so we're figuring out some things. I actually needed hydrogen, by the way, not water vapor. It just looks similar, so I thought water vapor. Hydrogen. So I just made an electrolytic separator, put the oxygen tank up here, and piped in some water from the sink. So now we can get to the good part here, which is... I think the chemical infuser, right? I think I need that. A chemical infuser for all this. And then this should separate, which one is it? Chlorine or, so chlorine to the right. Okay, chlorine goes in here. And then I hope this will work. Then, actually hold up. How are we going to do this? I think I might have to do it this way. Okay, and then I can do, let's see. Oop, didn't mean to place that there. Brown side. No? How am I going to do this then? That's a good question, ladies and gents. Well, I think one idea that I have is getting more of these tanks. So chemical. And maybe somebody in the comments will tell me how to actually properly do this, but I could only find how to move gases with tanks. Like, I'm not sure why, but that's what I can find. So we could place this here. Do this. Auto eject is already on. Let's see. So we need to eject blue. Blue to the right. Right? And then accept on the right. Right? I'm really not understanding these machines at all, honestly. Like, this should just work, but it's not. How did this work? I set it right next to one of those thingy-mabobbers. Okay, so that thingy-mabobber is not working like a thingy-mabobber, right? What was that? Yeah, that was this machine, right? Okay, so can I set this thingy-mabobber here, and it'll fill with hydrogen. Okay, so it's like you have to orient the blocks correctly, and that's really bugging me. So chemical infuser. Let's try to get this placement right here. We should do gases on the right in the front. Okay, and then this one should be eject on the front. Okay, which should be hydrogen chlorine or whatever it's called. Unless I have to switch the spots. Do they have to be in a specific order? Because if they do, well, crap. So let me pull this machine over here for a second. Nope. Oh, I should probably give the machine power. You know, that'd probably be the best bet first, instead of, like, trying to mess with the thing. There we go. Alright, so now we're making some hydrogen chlorine, which hydrogen chlorine can then be turned, or hydrogen chloride, not chlorine, hydrogen chloride, can then be put into a purification chamber, right? Maybe? Hold on, let's see. So, use, yeah, you put this in with a chemical injection chamber, and any of the ore crystals that come out the other end should be purified. How we're going to actually get these to go from point A to point B is a very good question, because right here is the slurry, the clean slurry. Here's the crystal. So I think what we could do is we could pipe out, just pipe out of this into wherever we need it, right? So I believe the next one is the actual chemical injection chamber thing. So let's throw this in here. I believe it's the chemical injection here. Chemical injection. Let's see. So behind. And then this one. Yeah, okay. So now we have hydrogen chlorine in here. Let's put some power in this machine. And then we should be able to transfer the items in the front here. Let's make sure the auto eject on this one is correct. And then we'll auto eject the blue. Okay. And this is running. So then we should get shards, I believe. Okay, shards then can go into another thingy-mabobber called a purification chamber, which is here. Purification chamber can sit right next to it. Okay, and the items can go into it as well, most likely. We can also turn on auto eject. Okay, so then the purification chamber needs gas, which I don't know how to actually get. Like, there's gotta be something, right? Like, at mech, like pipe, there's gotta be something here that I'm missing. Right there, it's a pressurized tube. I looked that up and it didn't exist. Oh, Lord have mercy. I've been doing it the most complicated way possible. Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. Okay, I can do this a little quicker now. Oh, I feel like an idiot. Oh, well. Pressurized. There we go. So, pressurized tube. Which just needs steel. So, steel. And we're going to just make a pattern for this because that'd be easier. So pressurized. It's probably because I spelled it wrong. But, oh well. It'll be okay at the end of the day. Can't use any of those. So that's awesome. So steel. If I can type. Put steel here and here. And then glass in the center here. Glass. There you go. There's auto crafting of those. I also upgraded this to a diamond crafter, by the way, just because I ran out of slots. So we'll put more down sooner or later, but for now we're good. And then we can do this, and then throw that in there, and then we can get some tubes. Let's just grab 10, 2 crafting iterations. It should be. So yeah, let me get these crafted, and I'll be back. Alrighty, so pressurized tubes made things just a little bit easier here. So I removed that tank, I put that on top of the electro separator thingy. So now we have oxygen coming into here, and now we have iron clumps. So what this means now is we can do this into a crusher, which I have right here, which needs power. I think both of these machines need power. So both need power here, and what that'll mean is now we can do auto input and then auto output. Eject. Okay, and then we will speed these up sooner or later. I do have speed upgrades that I can make, so we just need to get the ores processing and all that. And to do the finishing, I think it is enrichment chamber. So let's get the enrichment chamber, which we can set this up to blue, auto eject on, and then do this, where we will then end it on top, because why not? We fancy like that. This is probably overkill and just a little convoluted. But honestly, it's mine, so I don't really care. That's the thing. So now we have access to pretty much, double or 5 timesing ores. So what I can do is I can do what you call a pro gamer move and get a redstone furnace. I change the mod completely and do a redstone furnace. Actually, let's do a, what is it called? Smeltery, like smeltery factory thingy. Yeah, this thing. So we can do an energized thingy, maybe doodad. Here, let me get this off camera and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I have the basic smelting factory. I didn't do high tier because I'm honestly out of most of my ores. So this is going to be the necessity pretty much right now, the way we are with everything. Like, this pretty much took all of my resources, so hopefully this pays off in the end, and we're able to use this. So yeah, let's see. So injection. Let's actually not do it there. This one we can do on the top, and we can do this, and that's it. So I hate to finish a project and run, but we're gonna have to end the episode here because it is 40 minutes in. So thank you guys so much for watching episode 13 of Direwolf20's 1.16 pack. This episode took an entire day to make. So thank you guys for watching. Stay awesome, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.